I threw a green onion stub in a glass of water as a joke. 3 weeks later, it had grown back taller than the piece I cut off, and I hadn't spent a single cent. So I started wondering, what else in my trash could actually be food? Not maybe in theory if you're a professional gardener. I mean things sitting in your kitchen bin right now tonight that you could regrow into real harvestable vegetables. I tested 10. Some of them worked so well it honestly felt like cheating. A few of them failed completely, and I'm going to tell you exactly why, so you don't waste your time the way I did. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which kitchen scraps are worth saving, which ones are a waste of a windowsill, and the one mistake that kills almost every regrowing attempt before it even gets started. Let's get into it. Here's the problem. Every week, you're throwing away the exact parts of vegetables that have the most potential to grow and you don't even know it. The root end of your celery, the base of your green onions, the core of your lettuce, the eyes on that potato that's gone soft in the back of the pantry. All of it goes straight into the trash, and all of it is biologically still alive. It still has the cells, the stored energy, and the growth points needed to become a brand new plant. Meanwhile, people are spending money on seed packets, seed trays, grow lights, and starter soil for vegetables they could be regrowing for free from food they already bought. And the worst part? Most of the advice out there is either wrong or wildly oversold. You've seen the thumbnails. Never buy vegetables again. Endless food forever. That's not honest, and it sets you up to fail and quit. So I didn't want hype. I wanted the truth. I took 10 common kitchen scraps, I grew every single one under the same conditions, and I'm ranking them from worst to best right now, starting with the one that wasted my time the most. Number 10, avocado pit. Let's start with the scrap everyone tries first and almost everyone gets wrong, the avocado pit. You've seen it. Toothpicks in the sides, suspended in a glass of water, waiting for roots. I did this exactly by the book. Toothpicks. Fresh water changed every few days, warm spot out of direct sun. It took 6 weeks just to crack open, then another 2 weeks for a root to actually commit to growing downward instead of just sitting there. And here's the part nobody tells you. Even after it sprouts into a little tree, you are not getting avocados anytime soon. We're talking 5 to 13 years before that tree could even think about producing fruit, and it usually needs a second tree nearby to cross-pollinate. So is it satisfying to watch? Yes. Is it a vegetable scrap that's actually going to feed you? Not for over a decade. That's why it's sitting at number 10, number 9. Garlic cloves garlic seemed like a guaranteed win. You've got cloves with green sprouts already pushing through the skin, clearly alive, clearly ready to grow. I planted a few sprouted cloves into soil, and yes, they grew into tall green garlic shoots within about 2 weeks. The problem is what happens underground. To get an actual garlic bulb worth harvesting, you need months, ideally a full growing season of 7 to 8 months, and the right outdoor conditions, including a cold period. What you get quickly is garlic greens, and those are genuinely useful, great in stir-fries chopped into eggs, like a garlic chive. But if you're expecting a full bulb of garlic in a few weeks on your kitchen counter, you'll be disappointed. It's a slow burn, not the regrowing king everyone claims it is. Number 8, ginger root. Ginger is one of those scraps that looks dead, wrinkled, dry, sitting in the back of your fridge, but it's not. I took a knob of ginger with a few visible eyes, buried it just under the surface of moist soil, eye side up, and waited. It took nearly 3 weeks before I saw any green shoot break the surface, which felt painfully slow compared to other scraps, but once it got going, it didn't stop. By week 8, I had a small, lush patch of ginger leaves, and when I finally dug it up, there was a noticeably bigger knob of ginger underneath than what I started with. It works. It's just a patience game, which is why it lands solidly in the middle of this list rather than near the top. Number 7, potato eyes. Everyone's seen a forgotten potato in the pantry sprouting little purple-tipped eyes. I took that exact potato, cut it into chunks with at least one eye per piece, let the cut sides callus over for a day, then planted them about 4 inches deep in soil. Within 2 weeks, green shoots broke the surface. By week 6, I had full leafy potato plants. The catch is the harvest. You don't dig up potatoes until the plant flowers and then dies back, which took close to 10 weeks total in my setup. The yield, though, genuinely surprised me. From one sprouted potato that was destined for the trash, I pulled out 6 small but completely usable potatoes. That's a real return for zero cost, which earns it the 7 spot. Good, but the long wait keeps it out of the top half. Number 6. Bok choy base. This one's underrated. Most people slice off the bottom of bok choy and toss it without a second thought. I took that base, about an inch of the root end, and set it in a shallow dish with just enough water to cover the bottom, not submerge the whole thing. Within 4 days, I saw new pale leaves pushing up from the center, which was honestly the fastest visible result I'd had up to this point. After about 10 days in water, I transferred it into soil to keep growing. By week 3, I had a small but fully formed new bok choy head, smaller than a store-bought one but completely usable in a stir-fry. Fast, low effort, real payoff. That's exactly why it cracks the top 6. Number 5. Lettuce, romaine bus. Romaine lettuce regrowing from its base is one of the most satisfying scrap experiments because the transformation is dramatic. I took the stump left after cutting off the leaves, sat it in about ½ an inch of water, and changed that water every 2 days to stop it going slimy. That part matters more than people realize. Within 5 days, tiny new leaves were already sprouting from the center. By day 14, it had grown into a small but genuinely fresh head of lettuce, enough for a side salad. It won't replace a full head from the store, and after the second regrowth cycle, it tends to weaken and bolt. But for 2 free salads off 1 scrap, that's a strong result. Number 4. Celery base. Celery is the scrap that converted me. I sliced about 2 inches off the base of a celery bunch, sat it root side down in a shallow bowl of water, and put it on a sunny windowsill. Within just 3 days, I noticed tiny yellow leaves emerging from the center of the base, faster than I expected for something that looked like pure trash. By day 7, those leaves had turned green, and the whole base looked alive again, not just sitting in water. After about 2 weeks in water, I transplanted it into soil, and that's when it really took off. By week 5, I had new celery stalks growing, thinner than store-bought, but with full celery flavor, perfect for soups, stocks, and stir-fries. High speed, low effort, real harvest. That's a top 4 scrap. No question. Number 3, green onions. This is the scrap that started this whole experiment, and it earns its spot near the top for a reason. It's almost foolproof. I took the white root ends left over after cooking, dropped them into a glass with about an inch of water, and put them on the windowsill. Within 2 days, not 2 weeks, 2 days, I already saw new green growth pushing up from the cut ends. By day 5, they'd grown another 1.5 inches. By day 10, they were taller than what I'd originally cut off, and I harvested them, snipped the green tops for cooking, and put the same roots right back in fresh water to grow again. I repeated that cycle 4 times before the roots finally gave out. Fast, nearly effortless, and endlessly repeatable. That's why it's in the top 3. Number 2, sweet potato. This one surprised me the most because it doesn't just regrow, it multiplies. I suspended half a sweet potato in water using toothpicks, just like the classic avocado method, cut side down. Within about 10 days, small purple-green sprouts called slips started emerging from the top half. By day 20, those slips had grown 4 to 6 inches long with their own little root systems forming where they met the water. Here's the part that makes this number 2. Each slip can be twisted off and planted individually, and each one grows into its own full sweet potato vine, capable of producing multiple sweet potatoes underground come harvest. One forgotten sweet potato in my pantry turned into 8 separate plantable slips. That's not regrowing one vegetable, that's regrowing an entire harvest from a single scrap. Number 1, bell pepper seeds. The number 1 spot doesn't go to the fastest scrap or the most dramatic looking one. It goes to the one with the best actual return on investment, and that's the seeds sitting inside the bell pepper you were about to throw in the trash. I scooped the seeds out of a fully ripe red bell pepper, let them air dry on a paper towel for about 3 days, then pressed them just under the surface of moist soil. Germination took about a week to 10 days, which is slower than the water-based scraps but completely hands-off. By week 6, I had small but sturdy pepper plants with true leaves. By week 12, under good light, those plants started flowering. And by week 16, I had actual bell peppers growing, small but genuinely homegrown, from seeds that cost nothing and would have gone straight into the compost bin. This is the one scrap on this list that doesn't just give you greens or a smaller version of what you started with. It gives you a full, repeatable growing season and seeds you can save again for next time. That's why bell pepper seeds take the #1 spot. So there it is, 10 kitchen scraps ranked from the ones that wasted my windowsill space to the ones that genuinely earned their spot in my garden. If you take one thing from this video, take this. Don't try all 10 at once. Start with green onions or celery. They're fast, forgiving, and they'll prove to you this actually works within a week. Once you see that first regrowth, you'll never look at your kitchen trash the same way again. Save this video, save your next scrap instead of your next trip to the store, and tell me in the comments which one of these 10 you're trying first. I'm growing the rest of these scraps long-term to see how they actually hold up over a full season. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.